Hello again. Hello. Starting at the bottom of Daf Hamer Bays. Nishmat Skiva Eiger Bran Elihu. Okay. Tashma. Oh, sorry. Tanya. Lure and embrace. Shimon Omer Matav Par Shady Ben Ricardi Kachla Lachatas. Malik Farnamer. Shimon says, what does it mean, Parvin Rocker Tikach Lachatas? If you're going to tell me that there's two, it already says, Asa V'asa Sa'echad Chatas, V'asa Echad Oila Hashem. Then he makes one Chatas, one Oila Hashem. El Yachol Tia Nechelas Leviim, Tamad Loimar Par Sheni Par Sheni La'ila. Mata okay, Par Sheni Ben Rikartikach L'chatas. So it says, what does it mean? So if it's in Kartik, there's two. So it says, okay, so maybe it'll be Nachal Levi and Tamalayim Par Sheni La'ila Ma Lena Chelas. So this is the other par is La'ila. So just like an Oila is Lena Chelas. Avchatas Lena Chelas. So it's going to teach you that just like the chat is not nechalas, so to the oil is not nechalas. Faksiv sir is izin lechata, sir izin lechat. Sorry. Kiyotziboy, okay. Kiyotziboy Amar Rabbi Yosi. So two it says from Rabbi Yosi, Baim and Sheva Garlic. The Pasuk says, Haboim Be'Shevi Hagoyla Hikruva Oilus L'Kei Yisrael Parim Shnei Masar Hakol Oila. Let's look at this. Pasuk and Ezra. It says, Haboim Me'Shevi B'nei Hagoyla Hikruva Oilus L'Kei Yisrael Parim Shnei Masar Hakol Yisrael Elim Tishim Shisha Kvasim Shir Tzviri Chatas Shnei Masar Hakol Oil Hashem. So the people that came from Galus were Makriv Olas to Hashem, 12 Parim for all of Israel. Ninety Ayolim, 6 Kvasim, and Shir Tzviri Chatas. Sorry, Ayolim is Tisha Meshisha, 96 Ayolim, Kvasim Shiva, 77 Kvasim, Shiva Tzviri Oiler, 77, it's Tzviri Chata, Shnei Masar, and 12, Tzviri Chatas, Hakol Oil Hashem. All of it was a burnt offering for Hashem. Hakol Oil is like a daitach, so you think all is an oil, actually Shechatas Oil, El Shakol Hakol Ko Oil, Mag Oil Nechelas, Avchatas No Nechelas. So just like an oil is not eaten, so to a chatas is not eaten. Kol Oil is like a daitach, says Rashi. Like 6 even the chatas, we said it can't be all oil because we said the isir izim are chatas. So it says av chatas the krivu loy necheles. It says superior chatas. Okay, anyways. So av chatas the krivu loy necheles lefi shehem seirim shal tzibur. When the hurafam with neish nisu. To bring the final win, the siv. Kol chayashar you from a demal omer elach hafer b'kodesh. Kushnan. Param Nesrafim, Sir Nesrafim, Hainu Sir Vecham, the Tzibur. Rabbi Yehuda, Al Vecham his view. So you see that but the Tanya Rabbi Yehuda, Al Vecham his view. Rabbi Yehuda, Mishmul, Al Vecham, She'asu, Bimei Tidkiyo. So Rabbi Yehuda says, B'Shem Shmuel, that it's on the Avodah Zarah they did. So the braces says. So the braces says Rabbi Yehuda says. According to the brace, Rabbi Yehuda says that it's on Avodah Zarah. But Rabbi Yehuda Shmuel says the Amora says Avodah Chavim should also be made to Kiyo. So we're talking about the Avodah Zarah they did be made to Kiyahu. Bishlam Rabbi Yehuda Meshachel Lohani Shnei Masar Chatos V'Vin Chatu Shnei Masar Shvatim Ma'aser Shnei Masar Seirim Ina V'Chatu Shiva Shvatim V'Shar Ina Begreira. So it says according to Rabbi Yehuda, so you could have a case of Shnei Masar Chatos like 12 Shvatim were Makriv were Choyte, so they bring 12 Seirim. Or possibly that they sinned, that Sheva Shvatim sinned, and the rest brings Begreira. I mean, it seems like even if it was, according to Yehudi, even if one. Okay, but whatever. But Hashem Nam is going to Chatu Echad Asar Shvatim. Demaisu Echad Asar Seirim Idech Bezdin. So, like Rishon, also you could have this case where you have where 12 Shvatim, where 11 Shvatim sinned and the 12th didn't, and so they bring 12. So they brought that's why they brought 12 Seir, and then Bezdin. Elder Mayor, they're Bezdin Mivim Tzibur, but according to a mayor who learned that only the Bezdin brings, not the Tzibur. Shnemas are Hechim Mishkachas, where you are fined 12. So the first answer is the case is that they sinned and then they realized they sinned and they were chayav the thing and then they sinned again. Until 12 times. So they sinned 12 times, and so they bring lahar dechatus. So these people that sinned. So Amar Republic Kimi Chadosh Meiz Bal Lev Misa Hainu with Yochel B'Tzibur Rav Lev B'Tzibur Shem Misa B'Tzibur. So it says, so Papa says that when do we say that a chatas, that its owner dies, that chatas also just dies? We don't. That's talking about a chatas to yachid, but a chatas to tzibur, no, because there's no misa with tzibur. So how does he know that? Because it says tachas avasecha yubanecha. So now, okay, so it says, so first he asserts that b'yachid you're gonna, when do we say chadash meis baleya b'misa, that a chatas that its owner dies is just it just dies just without being microvated, you just let it die. That's b'tzibur. But that's b'yachid. But b'tzibur, no. So it says, how does he know this? If it's that it says that under that for the in place of the fathers will be the children. So if so, even a yachid should the same reason apply. Eledukya to Rav Papa misir Rosh Chodesh. So the diak of Rav Papa is from the seir, the seir that's born on Rosh Chodesh. Gam Rachman must be Jewish lishka. The Torah says that on Rosh Chodesh you bring a goat from the Chumash Lishka, from the communal fund. Hamaisul Misro. So, but every month there are people who die. So how do you? So those people. So how do you bring it? So 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 yeah, so the remaining Jews, how do they bring? So Elamai, so we see the Chashmei Balea, that a chatas, that its owner dies, because all of these people that died had ownership in all the Jews have ownership in this chatas. It's a communal chatas. So you see that a communal chatas b'tzibur, even though some of the owners died, so you still bring it. So we see that Chashmei Balea b'tzibur kreva, that a chatzis that its owners died, if it's a chatzis tzibur, then it still is brought. Mi dami sirish chayish demol meis mitzibur. So is it a good comparison? Is it a good learner? Can you learn from sirish chayish there? Maybe nobody died. So maybe you're only allowed to be macro. So maybe from suffix, maybe so from the suffix, maybe you could still be macro. But in this case, where it was the generation of Tzidkiyo, so it was clear that they died, that people died. The generation of Tzidkiyo died. So it can't be from Tachas Avasecha Yuvanecha, and it can't be from the Adiyak from the Sards Rosh Chodesh so far. And what time of the Rapapa Mihacha? So the reason you're Rapapa is from this pasuk. T'chsiv Kaper la'amch Yisrael asher Padisa Hashem. It says atone for your nation Israel that you redeemed Hashem. So Darshan Zeruya Kapara Zu Shtachapal Yetzi Mitzrayim. So this kapara is Roy. It's fitting to be mechaper on those that left Egypt. The Shiva Asher Peditza, because it says those who you redeemed. So okay, let's see. So then it says okay. So says me W is similar Hasam Kulu Isnu. Migu de Kavakara Chaim Karnami Mason. Hacha Elahacha Mi Havu Chaim. So it says there is everyone. So just to say which, so since it's mechaper on the living, so it's mechaper on the mason. But here, were there anyone alive from the times of Tikio? So let's see Rashi. Zu be'egler rufish techaper al yotzei Mitzrayim. But this is with the egler rufa that should mechaper al those that left Mitzrayim. Kim shetechaper al yotzei Mitzrayim mason. Then we're on the end of Mitzibur. Who did the door shall Tikio? After the mason mechaper manuchatas. That's Hasa. So okay. So Eglerufa should be mechaper on the Yotzei Mitzrayim. It says Hasa. I'm going Eglerufa. The Chu is to B'chayim. The Iker Kiasa Eglerufa. Hani this is Aro Kaasia. The Migu Mechaber Chaim Mechaber Mason. It's Mitzrayim. V'Hachem Mi Have Chaim the Hani Medash Tikio. So the Eglerufa, even though it can be mechaper on the Yotzei Mitzrayim, but it is mostly being mechaper on the living. So since it's mechaper on the living, so it can be mechaper also on the mason. But here they were being mechaper on Dorish Tirkiyot. So the assumption is that there's nobody alive from Dorish Tirkiyot at the times of Ezra. So it says Miha Rechaim. So it says Enachnu Dechsiv V'Rabim Yakohanim V'Levim Rosh Avos. So it says that many from the Kohanim Levim Rosh Avos, so those people came from, let's see what, it says, when Kohanim Levim Rosh Avos the Canaan, Asher Ro Bayis Rishon B'Yasodo. Let's do this thing so it's easier to see. From the Kohanim Levim Rosh Avos from the Canaan, Asher Ro Bayis Rishon B'Yasodo. זה הביas ביניהם, boichim v'kar gadol, ram v'trua v'smeichim v'harim kol. So many of the Kohanim Levim Rosh Avos that saw the first bias saw this. Okay. V'dil me'utim havu v'lo rabim hayu. V'sib v'trua v'kol bechiyam. So it says, "Still, we have had a sieve Rabbi Kohanim Levim Dylan Udi the Tzibur the Bay Sheni Havu v'Havel Lechata Shemesu Rov Balev like Kreva Vaksiv the Kreva." So maybe it's there's still a meter. Velamasa Amris Nute Loy Havu Elavade. Okay, so let's see. So then it says Velamasa Amris Nute Havu. You can't say to me it. Elevade Rabim have l'chsev ve'ein ha'amikir b'kol trua simcha l'kol bechi ha'am. Fa'oizim ha'boichim midur bayis rishon hayu u'mide'ein mikirin kol simcha shemamina deroivu hayu boichim v'kichad shirei b'alei kayamim mishum hachi kreva. So you see, so it says Dylan mi'utin, maybe it was a miyad, not the roiv. Haksiv lo yikir b'kol shuras hasimcha l'kol bechi ha'am hakol nishma al rachak. So you see that a lot of people were crying. So those are the people from Bayis Rishon. Hamazidim havu I b'dorish tzikir their mazidim. Hirosha ha'isa mistavra. So they said but they were mazidim. So it says no, that was a Hirosha. It wasn't the normal thing to bring karbanos then. And it says it also makes sense that it was a Hirosha. Dimo temahachi elim tishim v'shisha kvasim shim v'shiva. Kicking me Ela Rasha Haisa. Hachana Rasha Haisa. So it's a Rasha. So yeah, so even though it's Mazidim, etc., it was a Rasha. Okay. Okay, Tanur Banan Meis Echem in Tzibur Chayavim Echem in the Bezdin Pturim. So we learned in Brisa, if one of the Tzibur dies, so they're still Chay, and one of the Bezdin they're Pater. Man Tamar Rechiz Amar Zera Amar Yirmiyah Amar Rav Meirhi Tamar Bezdin Mevim like Tzibur. So it says who's this opinion? So it says because the B'Shem Bruzer or B'Shem Revir or B'Shem Rav says that it's a mayor that holds a bezdin, the one that brings. So Hilkim Meisachim Tzibur Chayavim. They come like Kud Bezdin, Meisachim Bezdin Pturim, Davai Chadash Meisach Echad Min Hashutfim B'Shem Hachi Pturim. So therefore, if one of the Tzibur dies, they're Chayev because they all exist. All Bezdin exists, but because they're alive. But if one of Bezdin dies, so they're Pater because it's the Kechata, so one of the Shutzim dies, so therefore they're Pater. While so they say over Nukur Shema, they're Bezdin Matir Meisachim Netzibur Chayavim Deintir Meis, Deintir Meisa Meisachim the Bezdin Pturim Dam Chayas Shutzim. So say it's to be Shimon and say that he holds a Bezdin Tzibur brings. So it's as if, but what if one of the tzibur dies? So then there's no misa b'tzibur. But if one of the if Mesach be a bezdin, they're pater, because we say that it's a chata shutvim here, that it's a chatas of partners. That we say if one of the partners dies, just like the mayor, if one of the partners dies, so then the chatas is not brought. So Bari says no, because we learn from Rishimon that Chad Shitzim doesn't die. It is not Mesa, it's Kreva. Tanya, Parsa, or Shel Yom Kippurim, Shel Avdu, a par and sar of Yom Kippur that was lost in Fisher Chayim Tachteim, and they were mafresh, a different par and sar instead of them. Musukul of Rabbi Yehuda. So Yehuda says they all die. Shimon Omer Yiru. Rabbi Shimon says no. they should graze until they die because ein chadasiyah mesa. Let's see Rashi. We learn from Rabbi Shimon that Chadashim and Mesa. The Tanya partial star Yom Kippurim she'avdu v'jachrem tateim v'nischaber behem. So the cases that Par and Sar Yom Kippur, they're lost, and then you're mafresh other ones. So then they're in nischaber with those. And then they lost. You found the ones that were lost. Kulam Yimusu. So all the original ones that you found should die. The Yehuda from Rav Shimon, Rav Shimon says, "Yireu, they should graze the Paryam Kippur had a partial iron. V'havachatas should the v'havachatas shutfim the kind of mischaper, but because the Paryam Kippur Shel Yom Kippur is the par of iron, and it's a chatas of shutfim because all the kohanim are mischaper with this par. And the Shimon says that it should graze and not that it should die. So it's not like a chatas that the bailim when it's chaper in general that's lamisa. Mishum the chatas shutfis lav kachas yachadami. Because you learn that a chatas of shutfim is not like a chatas of a yachid, el chatas sibur dambia. But it's rather like a chatas of a tzipor of the masses of the congregation. V'hudin ki meis echad min hashutfim. So too, when one of the partners of a chatas dies, so it's not like a chatas meis ba'aleim. El chatas shutfim v'ein meisa. It's rather like a chatas shutfim. It does die. V'hachachu the ka'amar yireu. And here it says Yirei Mishum Daha Kafru Balea, because the Baal when it's chaper. While Hechet the Mace Echem the Shutvim, Emel and the Sphere and the Rishim and the Karver Chatas Hashutvim made a Mesa. Meaning because in this case they were mafresh a different one. Why are they saying grazing, not that it's brought on the Mizbeach? Because second. Yeah. Because there are in this chapter with another one, but if it was just that one of the shutfim died, so then it would be brought. The crave chaz shutfim bein mesa, because Rav Shimon holds that a chaz shutfim is you can bring it as a carbon, it doesn't die, it does not lamisa. Hikach loy mesuknik Rav Shimon. If we have to say it's like a mayor. So okay. He holds that even chatas mesa. Okay, but sure, shouldn't say not like that. Amar le Rav Yosef Kohanim Kamer Shani Kohanim Dikru Kal. So Yosef says no, you can't bring it right from there because they're talking about Kohanim. Kohanim are different because they're considered to be a kahal. Says Rashi comes as Amar Yosef Kohanim Ka'amris Shani Dikru Kal. The Chsiv al Kohanim al Kol HaKal Yechapit. It says the Eskers the Kal, Kivin the Iker Kal, Mishum Hachi Shimon the parachata today kapar sar the kal. So the reason why is because they're mukesh to the kal. So since they're called kal, so that's where kahal. So Rishimon says that's why Rishimon says that a parachatas is like a chatas seller of the kal. That it's not mesa, and it's but a chatas shutfim he would disagree with it. He would say chatas shutfim. So maybe he would say that it is mesa. Like kraver that if one of the shutfim dies, it's not kraver. So too, you could say also that that a chata shutz that in this case also you can mokim it like a b'shemen, and you'll say that when the Brisa says that if one of the tzibur dies, you still bring it, but if one of the one of the bezin dies, you don't bring it. It's because the tzibur obviously is a tzibur, and a bezdin, even though he says that by the chattas of the kahanim on Yom Kippur, that that's considered a carbon tzibur. That's because the kahanim are called the kahal, but we don't see that the bezdin is called the kahal. So therefore, maybe that's like a chattas shutfim, and therefore it's not. So therefore, that's why he holds that. Therefore, you can still be moikim this brisa like a b'shipin. El Atenesu Parabahira. So if their attacker called the Kal, so let them bring a Parabahira. So I mean, it's never saying Horayos has said that the difference between the Kahanim and the Bezdin is that the Kahanim are called the Kahal because you see that they're mukish to a Kahal. They got by the Karbana. So if so, Frank the Gemara, so then the Braces, so then the Mishnah says that if Yud Bei Shvatim, sin, so if you do it, so they bring Yud Bei's Chatos. So let the if all of Yisrael do it, then they bring Yud Bei's Chatos. If all Yisrael do it, so then they should bring 13 and 13 because one for Bez. Then they should bring 14 because you should count also the Kohanim. If you're going to say Hanami, so then you should have more. You should have more Shvatim because we just said according to Rishimon they're Yud Gimel because then it comes out that according to Rishimon they're Yud Gimel Shvatim. And Rishimon said that Yud Gimel Para and Paral Chol Shev Reshev and Paral Bezdin. So Elamai, there's only Yud Beis Shvatim, and this otherwise you would say 14. I mean, he would say Yud Beis, so he would say Yud Beis Paral Chol Shev Reshev, and then he would say Yud Gimel Paral Chol Shev Reshev, and then Yud Daled for Bezdin. Elam Rav Acha Braid Yaakov Shift Shadyan Levi Laiker Kal. The Shevet of Levi is not called Kal. The Chsiv Hinim Mefarcha Rabbi Sicha Rabbi Kal Amen. It says, "I am making you fruitful and making you great and giving for you a Kahal Amen." The Goymer, etc. So the rest of the pasuk says what? It says, let's do this. So it says, I'm going to make you fruitful and multiple and make you a kahal amim, make you a nation of a congregation of nations, and I will give you this land to your offspring after you, a eternal inheritance.